Thanks, Evold. Hello, hello, hello. Good evening. Oh, come isn't not quite right, is it? Just up a little bit. That's better. There we go. Yes. Good evening, everybody. How was everybody? Yes, pretty much on time today. Only a few minutes late. That's good. I think that everyone will do straight away after the bat. To our Q&A challenge for what was for a second 24 stream. We're now going to split it into two 12 streams. 3 different financial reasons. First things first, let's just check what that puts. 97% now. 292,164. So my mic's a bit. Oh, maybe my mic a bit closer. Yeah, so we're what? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7,000 away or something like that. So very close. Is the microphone sounding okay? Because on the last stream we had a few technical difficulties with the microphone. It was crackly. So please let me know if it sounds okay, or if it's got a problem again, the crackling. But yeah, how's everybody on this Wednesday? It's a bit of a weird day today. It's been cloudy and a bit cold all day, and then the last couple hours or so, it just suddenly the sky's clear, the sun's come out, and it's warmed up. But it is cooling down again now. It's been about 16 degrees. I suppose the temperature thing still work. Should do, shouldn't it? That working? Yes, it is. There you go. Yes, indeed, still working. What does that say it is? That says it's 16. That's about right. Yeah, there you go. But yeah, if there's a problem with the mic, if it's cracking, please let me know. It's kind of important that I know that. Tonight we're going to continue on with something. We haven't done this a couple of weeks for various reasons. Because last week we did the YouTube Community Road Trip week, and then I think I missed a couple of streams the week before. So yes, we're going. So tonight and possibly next Wednesday, if I'm lucky, we'll finish. I think like 4 missions. I think we've done 3 out the 4. So depending how we go, we might finish it. I think we've got at least another stream out of it. And then oh, well, I think on Friday stream we're moving a day forward to tomorrow. Because also, I've just had a thought. Am I drowned out by the music? Have a look. What? Oh no, not too bad. Let down a smidge. Oh, we're with it. Yeah, on Friday I was gonna do. So this week we're going to return to Control. Something we put on the back burner until we got a better rig, which I've got now. Hopefully it'll be streaming properly. But I'm sorry, with Phoenix is doing a community stream on Friday night of Generation Zero, which we announced for you last minute, which I would like to get involved in. I have got a family thing, as it happens. late sort of Friday afternoon, early evening. So between that and the Generations thing, it's going to be there wouldn't be a chance to stream. So I'm going to move my Friday stream of the Return to Control tomorrow. So 7 o'clock tomorrow we will be doing Control. And then yeah, and then I'll be on the Generations Zero stream on Friday, and then we'll be back streaming on Monday. I don't do Monday. I don't want to do Minecraft again. I'm gonna leave that a week and do something else. And then probably next Wednesday will be this again, and then I might do the same thing next week. From Fridays to Thursday for next week. Just for this weekend, next week do Thursday nights to the Friday nights. Various things that are happening. But yeah, not today. I had a very interesting little meeting with sort of Phoenix about something we're gonna do towards the end of this month in regards to basically 25 years ago, September 1997, we met for the first time at secondary school or high school reunion. So we're going to do something. We don't know the exact day. We just know the year and the month. So we're going to do something towards the end of September to mark those 25 years. And we had a little meeting this afternoon. And we were banding some ideas around. I had an idea. And I'm not going to give it away what we're going to do. But there was an idea banded around. Talked about, oh, we could do that and that. And then Mr. Finnick had this idea, oh, I could buy something rather extravagant for us to do the idea on, rather than using what it's very vague because I'm not giving them away, but rather than using the existing stuff we had to do this idea, he's gone and bought something rather extravagant for us to do it on to make it even more brilliant what we're going to do. But I'm not going to give it away. So you're going to have to, but that'll be on his channel because it's a console thing, so we can't both do it stream it, unfortunately. So it'll be on his channel towards the end of the month. And then maybe part of it that you guys can get involved in as well, but you have to keep an eye on his Discord for that. But yeah, so that's coming up. Looks like we're also gonna most likely hit this great challenge completed before the month, so we'll most likely get a 12-hour stream in this month as well. Not sure what that'll be, but yeah. Also, when I think on, because I always seem to forget to do this, the music that you're listening to is Relic Records. This is free music. This is an album called Will Gun. There's also a lo-fi album called Welcome to Teaspoons, and a rock and heavy metal album called A Bit of Nexus. And there's a fourth album on the way, which I forget. I don't think it's got a name yet, but I forget what genre it was. And it's obviously AFC free, so you can use it on your YouTube videos, on your Twitch streams. Yeah, and then the link and you can to where you get it from, go to that website, and it's mastered by my good friend fellow streamer Ron Zero. He did say he was gonna, because we pay pretty much exclusively Red Lake Record on this channel. He was gonna give me a little badge to stick on the screen down there to record. He hasn't given it yet, but he was gonna do that. I must remind him next time I see him about that. Yeah. I'm also as well actually something I because thinking about doing, why I think on, is last weekend Rod Zero did a he has Saturdays his community nights where he does a play games that we can join in, and last Saturday he did Star Battlefront 2, it was the new Star Wars Battlefront 2, not the old one, which I got free during lockdown, and I hadn't replayed before, so installing it, and I got last Saturday night with this community, and it's good fun. It's a bit different from the original, but it's good fun. And as part of that, it was suggested to me by Starring and the friend of Elstrina to do the first couple of missions of the single player with the story mode to unlock some stuff for multiplayer, which would have done. And what I might do is I might stream a playthrough of the story mode of Battlefront 2, because from what I've seen from the first couple of missions, it's quite good. So yeah, that's something I may do at some point. Also, final thing before we get to the game, I'm doing in October, which is a month or so away, Memory Walk charity in my mother's details down there. The link, look on to donate 7K walk. There's been a big group of family members doing it. If you can't, for whatever reason, do it now. yeah, right now there's a channel in the Discord with a link in. There's a Discord link. So you check out the Discord at your convenience. Yeah, and that's pretty much everything I needed to discuss off the top of the bat right now. So shall we get straight into the game? Because I want to try and get through as much as we can tonight. I think pretty much last time we streamed this, I think the first week we did 2 missions, and then last week we just did the one. Last time we just did the 1. So I'd like to get a couple or 2 at least. So let's go. Obviously, for this sort of game, retro games, we need to go to our different screen. We use our this screen. And I'm going to mute the music because the game has its own music. And keyboard with that. I'll put that here right now. No, that's not what I'm going to do. Sorry about that. I'm going to move the window. Yeah, we're not doing well. Yeah. Oh, we've got no. Why have we got no desktop audio? I do apologize. You're supposed to listen to with no sound. Why is there no desktop audio? There we go. I do apologise. Didn't get to see any of the intro. Never mind. I'm probably gonna have to restart. Oh, there we go. Oh, and I also just remembered I need. Says why they're just gone again. Oh, I need the map, don't I? So we'll have to go into here. Go games. Find the map. Oh, map. There it is. Oh. Right. That's better. Right. Okay. So. Yeah, I don't know why that's what I wasn't. Right.
May I suggest we arm our weapons and raise shields now in case of trouble, Captain?
Okay. I don't want to do that.
We're off course, Captain.
Yeah.
Instruments indicate Klingon ship is...
Damage control standing.
Message from the Klingon.
On screen, Lieutenant.
Enterprise. Raising shield. Arming weapons.
We are ordered to the Harlequin star system, sir.
Harlequin star system, eh? Harlequin star. Let's look at my map. Harlequin star system. Harlequin is 4. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I know where it is. It is here.
We have arrived at Harlequin. 2 Elassie ships approaching fast, Captain. I'm also picking up an ion trail from a small ship, probably a scout. It left the sector just as we arrived. It appears likely that we interrupted the pirate attack on the scout.
Message from the Elassie captain, sir.
We'll show you what happens to those who come between us and our prey. Prepare to die! I don't know how long she can...
I don't know what that was.
Aye, sir. Aye, sir.
Pirates have retrofitted some kind of energy beam to their ships, Captain. It's very difficult to detect.
Aye, sir. Our weapons are offline.
Oh no.
Bridge repaired, Captain. The shields are falling. Our weapons are offline. Aye, sir. Phasers repaired, Captain. Aye, sir. The shields are falling. Our weapons are offline.
Oh.
The Enterprise has been destroyed. Load a previously saved game.
Arming weapons. Raising shields.
We'll try that again, shall we?
We have arrived at Harlequin. 2 Elassie ships approaching.
Message from the...
We'll show. Aye, sir. Bridge repaired, Captain. Aye, sir.
Did you miss that? I don't know what else it would be.
Aye, sir. Engines repair. Aye, sir.
Lowering shields, Captain.
No, don't know
Raising
shields.
shields.
Aye, sir.
Taking 2 ships at once, so you can.
Aye, sir. The shields are falling. Our weapons are offline. Our weapons are... Aye, sir. Phasers repaired, Captain. The shields are falling. Our weapons are offline.
Damn it.
Enterprise has been destroyed. Load
It'll be just
previously
3 hours
saved
of just
game.
doing this rate.
Restart the quit the load of previously saved game.
This is annoying, man.
Raising shields.
Arming weapons.
We have arrived
I've
at
got my
Pelican.
service.
2 Ilassi ships approaching fast, Captain. I'm also picking up an ion trail from a small ship, probably a scout. It left the sector just as we arrived.
Message from the Alassi captain, sir.
We'll show you what happens to those who come between us and our prey. Prepare to die!
Target analysis.
The pirates have retrofitted some kind of energy beam to their ships, Captain.
Target analysis off.
Ah, it's good.
Aye, sir. The shields are... Our weapons are offline. Our weapons are... Aye, sir. The shields are falling. Our weapons are off.
Oh, we've got shield back.
Aye, sir. Aye, sir.
No weapon. Damn it!
The Enterprise has been destroyed. Load a previously saved game. Restart. Quit the game. Load a previously saved game.
It's gonna be a whole stream of this one bit, isn't it?
Arming weapons.
Raising shields.
Topic not available, Captain.
Elasi Prime, a binary star system which one Elasi Ajalasi, meaning the fist of Elasi, Elasi pirates. There are several bands of pirates based from Elasi Prime, the Ajalasi family, the Aj-Thuri, and the Ambrasili. Recent events on Manalbagor have caused these bands, which typically battle each other, to unite and prey on Federation ships.
We have arrived at Holican. 2 Elasi ships approaching.
Message from the Elasi captain.
We'll show...
Target analysis off. Target analysis.
Aye, sir. Aye, sir.
Just been able to access that endgame menu with buttons easily.
Aye, sir.
Target analysis.
You're not even damaging it.
Load a previously saved game.
We're not even damaging the other ship, I don't get it.
Arming weapon.
Raising shields.
Yeah, I clicked on the wrong one there.
We're off course, Captain.
Instruments, Klingon ship is arming its weapons.
Damage control standing.
Message from
On screen, Lieutenant.
Enterprise.
Raising shield.
Arming weapon.
We have arrived at Holican. 2 Ilassi ships approaching fast, Captain. I'm also picking up an ion trail from a small ship, probably a scout. It left the sector just as we arrived. It appears likely that we interrupted the pirate attack on the scout.
message from the Alaskan.
We'll show you what happens to those.
No response from the pirates, Captain.
The pirates have retrofitted some kind of energy beam to their ships, Captain. It's very difficult to detect. The pirates have retrofitted...
Target analysis. Target analysis off.
Aye, sir.
Target analysis on.
Beta prize has been destroyed. Load a previously saved game.
How the hell am I supposed to do that? This is an absolute pain.
May I suggest we arm our weapons and raise shields now in case of trouble, Captain?
Raising shields.
Arming weapons.
We are ordered to the Holocron.
We have arrived at Horrigan. 2 Elassie ships approaching.
Message from the...
We'll show you what...
Target analysis off.
Aye, sir.
Target analysis off.
Oh, it's fully healed again.
Engines repair.
Target analysis off.
Aye, sir.
Target analysis off.
Bridge repaired, Captain.
I'm a little on it now. Where is it? Why can't I see it? I think we're missing one dot on the map right now.
The ion trail of the scout ship leads to the Harapin
Oh.
system, Captain.
Picking up the subspace signal, sir. It's very weak.
Patch it through, Lieutenant.
Oh, the trigger.
Enterprise? Is that you, Kirk? Friend Kirk, I can't believe they sent you to rescue me.
That sounds like
No, please, say it isn't.
I have a visual signal now, sir.
You've come to help me, Kirk.
Harry
You've
Mudd.
got to help me.
Harcourt.
I have had a terrible misunderstanding with the Alasi traders. Traders!
Yeah.
They're out to kill me, Kirk.
Fancy that.
Now see here, Kirk. I sold my Mudd's miracle to Grimes in perfectly good faith. A little sideline work, you understand? Now they won't leave me alone. No. They're tracking me again. I can't send coordinates. You have to come protect me. I'm a registered ship with the Federation. Mudd out.
I'm afraid his ship is registered, Captain, and regulations require we respond to his distress signal.
Lowering shields, Captain.
Computer analysis suggests 91.331% chance that the speaker was Harcourt Fenton Mudd. Harry, to his friends.
Disarming weapons.
May I respectfully remind the Captain that we haven't accomplished our mission, sir. May I respectfully remind the Captain.
Computer analysis.
Starfleet confirms that we are to answer the distress signal and proceed to the Harapan system, Captain.
Harapan system. Right. Where's the Harapan system?
Yeah.
Harapan. Gotta be right. 5, so it's next to where we are right now. Okay, that's easy enough to.
Our orders are to...
The Harapan system is binary, with a neutron pulsar in the vicinity causing difficulties with our sensor readings. I was able to trace Mudd's transmission to this derelict.
So, our friend Harry is on board, no doubt. Can you tell me anything about the derelict vessel?
There are 6 major subdivisions within the hull. All systems are down. There is, however, limited atmospheric integrity. The environment appears to be the result of a temporary save-a-ship life support generator. Not exactly a reliable model, Captain.
We're being hailed by Mr. Mudd, sir.
Captain, you came. I'm touched.
Harry, I have to be touched in the head to have anything to do with you. How's your lovely wife, Stella?
That was a dirty trick, Kirk. However, you'll be glad to know I let bygones be bygones. If the Enterprise will stand by, fend off any pirates, I'll just finish my salvage operations here and be out of your hair.
Computer records document that you filed notice that there was no salvageable value here, and that the ship was a common passenger tug.
Did I say no value? Minimal, Captain, minimal. I meant nothing too promising when I filed the report. We both know my judgment isn't always perfect.
I would say your judgment is never perfect, Harry. Perhaps we should beam over and judge the situation for ourselves.
Ah, that isn't necessary, Kirk. I can handle... I mean...
Harry, relax. We're old friends. We'll understand if things aren't picked up and looking neat. Kirk out.
Yes, that thing about... he just said about a nasty trick to Kirk and not his wife is because in the last episode he's in, he created a load of clones, and then Kirk uses his cloning process to create a load of... not clones, a load of... not clones, the robotic clones, rather. And then Kirk uses these systems of robotic clones of his wife. He can't stand it.
I would very much like to see this alien ship, but the prospect of dealing with Harcourt Fenton Mudd again gives me pause.
I don't know how long she can take it, Captain.
Our orders are to render whatever assistance we can, sir.
Spock, come with me. Mr. Scott, you have the car.
Welcome, Captain Kirk. So glad you're here. The Elasi have been terrible trouble to me.
Well, you're terrible trouble to me, Harry. Tell me what this is all about.
I happened upon this ship not long ago and dutifully registered as salvage, mind you. In the hold here, I discovered one of these devices in that box over there. When I tried one on a wall, it floated off the grease and dirt. Perfect for cleaning, near as I could see. I peddled a few of these Mudd's Miracle Degrimers, and everything was going perfectly well.
Then something went wrong, right?
Actually, no, Doctor, not then. I'd started offering a few other little items I found. Mudd's Limited Coffee Substitute, a great little specialty item. Lenses to affirm packaging build-your-own telescope kits. The collection of novelty paints, things like that. All of a sudden, the Elasi pirates are asking for me in every quadrant, wanting to know where I'm getting my goods.
I see, Harry. Well, we'll look around here while the Enterprise remains close by.
Look around all you like, Captain, but I'll be keeping an eye on you. I've registered this derelict as my salvage, and I don't want you running off with all my prizes.
Harry, as official representatives of the Federation and of Starfleet, we recognize your rights to legitimate salvage. Need I say more?
I understand perfectly, Captain. You carry on, Captain.
Save new game. Replace previous.
Given the past record of Harry Mudd, Captain, I strongly recommend that you do not trust him.
Mr. Spock, whatever gave you that impression? I thought Vulcans were supposed to be logical.
I am. Your record is that of a greedy, amoral, sociopathic fraud who preys upon human emotion, most notably gullibility.
For once, Spock, I couldn't have said it better myself.
Why, I've never been so insulted in all my life.
Jim, you can't seriously be thinking of helping Mudd after all he's done.
Bones, Federation law is clear on this. Federation law protects everyone, even Harry Mudd.
Yeah, and we all know how devoted I am to Federation law.
About as much as the Klingons are devoted to pacifism.
Why do I have the feeling that I'm about to have a bad day?
Kirk, now that we're together...
It was a rhetorical question, Harry.
So, you say you know how to break the gambling machines on Kurlon 4?
It's a system that cost a gambler his life, boy. He crawled up to me and whispered it with his dying breath. And it can be yours for a mere 200 credits.
Sorry, Mr. Mudd. My mother didn't raise any fools in her family.
Starfleet! You're all the same. No sense of adventure. Kirk, my friend, when have I ever given you the slightest bit of trouble?
There was the time that you tried to commandeer the Enterprise to sell Wive to miners. And then there was the time you stole the Enterprise to exchange us for androids, who were holding you prisoner.
Perhaps there have been a few minor misunderstandings.
Don't push your luck, Harry.
There are shiny, multi-sided spherical objects in this box.
Nothing to report, Captain.
This storage bay is stockpiled with all manner of goods. You fail to obtain done. You fail to obtain anything. Shiny dodecagons as long as one's hand, highly reflective, shimmering with the prismatic rainbow look of oil on water.
These are computer memory transfer media, probably designed for use with the alien computer system.
A small energy device with a flanged opening at the front, about the size of one's thumbnail. A small energy device. Done. You already have that.
Nothing to report, Cap. Nothing to report, Cap.
You look but see nothing of... You look but see nothing of note. This container holds bricks of what might have been pre-processed food a long time ago.
Nothing to report, Cap. Nothing to report.
There's nothing there requiring a ship's dock. There's nothing there requiring... There's nothing there requiring... There's nothing there requiring... There's nothing there requiring... There's nothing there re... There's nothing there requiring... There's nothing there requiring...
Interesting.
The control panel has power running to it, Captain. Unique, Captain. I believe these are self-referencing packed quantum cartridges.
Power boosters! Oh, I've read about those, but they're just theoretical.
Evidently, these are more than theoretical, Lieutenant Bugert. The energy initially released is infinitesimally small, but boosts itself until the power finally released is comparable to our photon torpedoes.
The technical journals discussing the possibilities indicated it would create a weapon of greater range than those we have now, if not a greater punch.
The machinery to deliver these cartridges would be an engineering feat as well, Captain. A weapons delivery system. It appears to be an accessory tied directly to the alien equivalent of our ship's phasers and photon torpedoes. It seems to be part of the loading system for the weapon. It is also fully functional. Unique, Captain. I believe these are self-referencing packed quantum cartridges.
Power boosters! Oh, I've read about...
Evidently, these are more...
The technical journals discussing...
The machinery to deliver... Unique, Captain.
Power boosters!
Evidently, these...
The technical journals...
The machinery... Nothing to report, Captain. Nothing to report. I fail to see the logic.
This is much too heavy. This is much too heavy. You fail to obtain...
I fail to see the logic. Nothing to report, Captain. Nothing to report, Captain. Nothing to report. Nothing to report. This room closely resembles the Enterprise sickbay. The beds are powered, as is the central post console.
Jim, these look like the capsules we might use in a hypo. I wouldn't recommend experimenting with them, though. Alien physiology or not, you can never be sure what unusual chemicals will do to the human body.
I fail to see the...
Jim, these look like the capsules. It would be interesting to analyze them back aboard the Enterprise, but these are probably vaccines, medicines, and research viruses.
Do they pose any threat to us, Doctor?
None seems likely to have any effect on human or Vulcan physiology. To be on the safe side, though, I wouldn't recommend taking a snootful from one of the capsules. We won't be able to operate any of this equipment unless we can learn more about the aliens, Jim.
You fail to obtain... You fail to obtain... You look but see nothing of note.
You look troubled.
Sorry if I was bothering you. I was just silently cursing the day I met Harry Mudd. Sometimes I wish I'd become an archaeology professor instead of a Starfleet captain.
Are you religious, Jim? Is Harry Mudd a divine punishment for anything we did wrong?
I can't think of anything we did that was that bad.
Captain, count your blessings. We haven't met any salt vampires or deranged computers, blood-draining clouds, cell-imploding sirens, Greek gods, or any of the other things that people keep telling me about in security.
There's not much I wouldn't do to not have to deal with Mudd.
Nothing to report. Evidently the aliens' bridge, their centralized control. A closer look may provide more information. Evidently the aliens' bridge... Evidently the aliens' bridge, their centralized... It appears to be a view screen, much like the one on board the Enterprise. Nothing to report. This is clearly the control center for the ship, Captain. I cannot deduce much information, but I do observe two things.
Go on, Mr. Spock.
This station definitely is configured differently from the one beside me.
This shouldn't be surprising. After all, there are two stations.
That may be, Doctor. But if you'll recall, all the Enterprise's different stations link into the same computer network bank, and...
What else can you determine at this stage, Mr. Spock?
These people have a fixation for the number 6, and even divisors and multiplicans thereof, 3s and 12s in particular. I believe this may be the necessary first clue to understanding the aliens. This station definitely... It is a multi-bit compact Duver with its own Draktar traction unit and clamp kit.
You fail to obtain any... You fail to obtain... You fail to obtain... You fail to obtain anything.
Why, Captain!
Jim, that doesn't look good at all. Harry, let me take a look at you and check whether that had some deleterious effect.
No, you're all space aliens. You're little gray men from inside the hollow Earth. You want to experiment on my body parts. Stay away from me!
Deleterious effects. I guess I don't even need my tricorder to know that.
You'll mind control me, kidnap my children, dissect my dog.
If we can get him on one of the beds and get it active, I think he can be cured. Otherwise, he's likely to become increasingly violent.
Stay away from me!
I don't think the phaser will have the usual effect, Captain. We'll have to think of something else.
Yaha! I feel faster, smarter, strong enough to take you all on! You're really lizard men wearing human masks. His is coming off! I know you for what you really are. I'll tell the whole world, and then where will you be? No, you're going to sell me to space aliens! Use my brain as a weapon to destroy the human race! Then here I am, willing to help out in a good cause.
I think I liked him better when he was less delirious.
Nothing happens. Dust and grease lifts off the surface, leaving this item clean as new. Dust and grease lifts. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
There's nothing there requiring a ship's doctor. There's nothing there requiring a ship. There's nothing there requiring.
You fail to obtain. Dust and grease.
I'm not fast enough to get him with a tranquilizer hypo gem. I'm not fast enough. Why would you want to do that? Let's not go misusing a map.
All yours now, Dr. McCoy.
There's nothing there requiring. There's nothing there requiring. I need to understand more about the aliens before I can make this bed and its instrumentation function.
You fail to obtain.
I certainly see nothing there calling for it. I certainly see nothing.
Dust and grease lifts off. Nothing happens. You fail to obtain. You fail to obtain.
I certainly see nothing. I certainly see nothing. I need to understand more about the aliens before I can make this bed.
Nothing happens. 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 Nothing happens.
Jim, these look like the capsules we might use in a hypo. I wouldn't recommend experimenting with them, though. We won't be able to operate any of this equipment.
Nothing happens. Shiny dodecagons as long as one's hand, highly reflective, shimmering with the prismatic rainbow look of oil on water. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
This platform contains the control console for the ship's computer library. Data may be accessed by using this console. This platform contains...
You can't seem to make... Nothing happens. You fail to obtain anything. Dust and grease lifts off the surface, leaving this item clean. Nothing happens.
Nothing to report. Nothing to report, Captain. Apparently an information data screen, something like the display readers on the Enterprise. Nothing to report. This platform contains the control console for the ship.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens. You fail to obtain... You fail to obtain anything. You fail to obtain anything. You fail to obtain anything. A multi-purpose repair tool. You look but see nothing. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Given the past record of Harry Mudd, Captain, I strongly recommend that you do not trust...
Mr. Spock!
I am.
For once, Spock, I could...
Why, I've never... Kirk, my friend!
There was the time that...
Perhaps the...
Don't push your luck, Harry.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Yep, there we go. We're back. We're back. Hold it a little while there. Okay, so also we can pause this one now. Open the game. Let's go back a bit. Aha.
The device has finished loading, Captain.
I don't know what that's done, but that sound effects are like the VJ from motion video.
I certainly see nothing. It would be interesting to analyze them back aboard.
Do they pose any threat to us, Doctor?
None seems like. We won't be able to operate any of this.
You fail to obtain.
We won't be able to operate in.
This station definitely is. This station definitely. This station I failed to see the. This station definitely is I failed to see the lot. This station definitely.
You fail to obtain.
There's nothing there. There's nothing there requiring. There's nothing there requiring. There's nothing there requiring. There's nothing there. There's nothing there requiring. There's nothing there requiring. There's nothing there requiring. There's nothing there requiring. We won't be able to operate any of this. We won't be able to operate any of this equipment unless we can. There's nothing there. There's nothing there required. We won't be able to. We won't be able to.
You fail to obtain anything.
Right, I'm not going to guide because I don't have a clue what to do with this stupid level. Bear with me a moment. Let's try.
This seems to activate the ship's computer bank control node.
That would be quite a find, Jim. This is an alien race unknown to us, and they are certain to have knowledge new to us.
Were the Universal Translator available, this would be simple.
With the Enterprise out of range, that's not an option, Mr. Spock. What else can you do?
I believe if Dr. McCoy and I conjoin our two tricorders, we may be able to process enough sample data to get a basic understanding of the alien's computer system. This will completely tie up both our tricorders for an extended amount of time, however. Both our tricorders are now working on basic processing of the alien's computer data system. The tricorders are not the equal of the Universal Translator, but we should be able to retrieve basic information and get an insight into their culture and life systems. I don't believe we could have gotten even this far had we not deduced their fixation on base 6 mathematics and aesthetics. The tricorders are again available for general use. The alien ship's computer data is now accessible from the ship's library. I believe I have downloaded enough information to our tricorders to enable operation of most of the ship's controls, Captain.
You download major portions of the alien library onto the yellow spheroid. You look but see nothing of shiny dodecagon.
It would be interesting to analyze them back aboard.
Do they pose any threat?
None seems like. I certainly see nothing there.
You know, take one of them.
A green capsule apparently for medical use with an unknown alien physiology. Nothing happens.
The capsules slide into the machinery on the bed exactly as they're... I'm telling the program, our physiology is not the same as the aliens' physiology. Don't want it to try to cure us of being human.
That would be too much to hope for, would it not, Doctor?
Particularly when we're talking about Harry Mudd.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Yes, I know, nothing happens.
Okay, Harry, you should start to feel better in a few minutes. Just lie there quietly until you feel like moving.
Oh, give me something for this headache, Doc. A herd of Amari tree elephants landed behind my eyeballs and did a mating dance.
You get no response.
This is the secondary station. With the limited understanding we now have of the library computer data, these controls can now be activated. Available are sensors.
Yep, sensors.
The Enterprise is in combat with a number of Ilassi pirate ships half a parsec toward the neutron star sector. I read debris identifiable with the pirates, but they continue to harass the Enterprise. Sensors. Navigation.
Sensors.
The computer reports this ship is incapable of navigating anywhere at all without major repairs. We are definitely dead in space until the Enterprise returns, Captain. Sensors. Navigation. The computer reports sensors. Navigation. The computer reports this ship is sensors. Navigate. Engineering. The engine pods are damaged but still generating power, Captain. Sensors. Navigation. Engine done. This appears to be the primary control panel. Perhaps you would be better equipped to man this station, Captain. Thanks to the library computer data, limited though it is, these primary controls give me access to
communications.
The Enterprise is out of range for this equipment, under the conditions of static created by the neutron star.
Communications. View screen. I guess the universe looks about like it did the last time we saw it. Communications. View screen.
Done.
Why, Captain, I see you got this machine to work. I tried to get it up and running for the longest time.
Help yourself, Harry. Knowledge is for everyone. Get away from that this instant, Harry, or I'll shoot you where you stand. Help yourself, Harry. Knowledge is for everyone.
Why, Kirk, I didn't think you had it in you. Thank you.
Captain, it was not logical to allow Harry Mudd to get within 100 meters of this room.
Mudd, if I were to perform an autopsy on you right now, I might be able to find a cure for stupidity.
No, you aren't. I mean, Kirk!
Harry, look what you've done.
Captain, I think I understand why you dislike this Mudd guy so much.
Oh, I can't talk to him.
You get no response.
Captain, it was not logical.
Kirk, my friend!
There was the...
Perhaps the...
Don't push your luck, Harry.
I hope I know what this is doing.
This platform contains.
Why are you quiet?
Thanks to the library computer.
Communications.
The Enterprise is out of range for the.
Communication.
The Enterprise is out of range.
Communications. View screen.
Done.
Dust and grease lifts off the...
Don't know what I'm supposed to do now. Ah, okay, in the room.
Unlike humans, I do not decrease my efficiency with meaningless dialogue.
Spock, meaningless conversation is one of life's great pleasures. Well, Jim, as long as we don't strangle Harry Mudd, I can't see very much for me to do on this mission.
Let's hope there isn't too much for you to do back at the Enterprise. Just think of it, Spock. An advanced civilization with powerful technology and nearly unlimited knowledge, and yet all of that didn't save them.
It is a sobering thought, Captain.
When we get back to the Enterprise, you're gonna have to tell me everything you know about this Mudd guy. Sir.
You know, Lieutenant, they say if you can't say anything good about a person, you shouldn't say anything at all. In that case, I've got a lot I shouldn't say about Harry Mudd.
This room appears to have been the alien ship's engine pod. A ship-to-ship access hatch and a temporary life support generator are evidently recent additions. As one would expect, Mr. Mudd has sealed the hatch with his personal code. We cannot enter his ship, Captain.
I suspect that's a blessing in disguise, Mr. Spock.
An unusual matter-antimatter engine, reminiscent of the designs created by the Hoopoon of Segamus 4. This seems to be a crane of some sort, Captain. Currently, no power is running to it. This room appears to have been the alien ship's. This Save-A-Ship life support generator has seen a great deal of use. It was never a reliable model, being prone to break down without warning. It is, however, properly connected, with warning alarms for temperature, atmosphere, and radiation. This Save-A-Ship.
You fail to obtain...
This room appears to have been an unusual matter, as one would expect.
I suspect that's a...
Captain, you wouldn't have seen my multi-purpose duver anywhere? I need to, fix something.
No, Harry, but I figure it's probably where you'll find your lost marble. Yes, I've got it, but you can't have it. No, Harry, but I figure it's probably where you'll find... Yes, I've got it, but you can't have it.
You really can be a headache, Captain. Maybe I can find a spare somewhere else. Good luck. Goodbye.
Unlike humans, I'd spot. The life support generator is malfunctioning. Repairs must be made soon, or the atmosphere will fall below the level required to sustain us, Captain.
That was a close one. Too close. If I ever get my hands on that no-good mud, I'll...
I would not suggest we take the time to seek him. This emergency could occur again. I would suggest we hasten our departure.
Was there a problem?
Mud, I ought to...
Sorry, no time to chat. I'm a busy man, you know.
No, I didn't do that. We need to go back in here.
I believe, Captain, that this weapon must be hooked up through the main weapons battery. However, I've already examined the weapons console, and the main weapons battery on this ship was completely destroyed in the action, which made her a derelict. Mr. Scott would have to go over this thoroughly, but I would recommend we try to take this weapon with us to the Enterprise.
I don't think we should tinker with technology we don't understand, Spock, and I'm surprised you'd suggest such a thing. I agree that we should take it aboard the Enterprise. I'll try to raise the ship. Kirk to Enterprise. Kirk to Enterprise. Kirk to Enterprise.
Thanks to the library.
Communications. Scotty, report.
The Alassi pirates have been driven off, Captain. We have damage and injuries among the crew. We just arrived back here a few minutes ago, and we've been trying to raise you on the communicators.
The local star seems to be acting up. Will there be a problem with the transporter? I want you to beam up the landing party, and I also want you to lock onto and beam aboard an alien mechanism we came across.
We can do it, Captain, no problem. At least right now, but the situation is only going to get worse. Are you ready to beam over now?
No, we want to look around some more. We'll call you on this channel when we're ready. Yes, bring us home, Mr. Scott.
And you got that mission done.
We have read your report on the problems at Harapan and evaluate your performance at 70%.
Say that.
You and your crew received 1 commendation points. A satisfactory performance, Captain, but there's still room for improvement.
I wired in that alien contraption to the torpedo system. It should boost the ship's firepower, Captain.
Thank you, Mr. Scott. I only wish you could wire Harry Mudd to a photon torpedo.
While you were away, Captain, I made some travel arrangements that I thought you would approve of.
Travel arrangements?
I think you'll be happy to know that I've arranged for Stella Mudd to meet her long-lost husband on Starbase 7, sir.
Approved, Lieutenant. Take us out of here, Mr. Sulu.
Feathered Serpent.
Captain's log, stardate 5097.3. Starfleet reports major military activity in the Klingon sector near Krakur, a planet on the edge of Klingon space. Intelligence indicates that the Klingons are mobilizing a large fleet to search for a renegade who is responsible for a disruption of unknown nature on that planet. Federation sensors have found a faint energy trail leading to the planet Zam-4 in the Digifal system. We've been ordered by Starfleet to track down the source of the energy and discovered what happened on Krakur before the Klingon fleet enters Federation space. If we are not successful, the Federation and the Klingon Empire may find themselves at war once again.
Save new game.
No.
Save new game. Replace delete preview. Replace preview.
Orders are to proceed to the Digifal system.
Nothing to report, Captain.
Digifal system. And map Digifal. Digifal 7. 777.
Captain, a Klingon battle cruiser has entered the system.
Open hailing frequencies. This is Captain James T. Kirk of the USS Enterprise. Klingon battle cruiser, you are in Federation space. You must leave immediately.
I am Commander Taras of the Nizra. We are in pursuit of a genocidal criminal. We are performing an act of mercy in removing him from your space. Naturally, you will remove your vessel from this system. For your own safety, of course.
I think we can take care of ourselves, Taraz, which is more than I can say for you, if the Nizra does not leave Federation space at once. You are in direct violation of the Organian Treaty, mister. If you have a problem, have your fleet commander take it up with them. If a Federation criminal were to pass into Klingon space, you would be saying the same thing to me. Who do you think you're trying to fool, Taraz? Get your ship out of here now. You are in direct violation of the...
If we are not allowed to capture this criminal, Captain, you may do this for us. We insist that we remain here to monitor the situation, but we will take no action, provided that you can bring him to us in 12 hours.
Agreed. Vessels of war are not allowed in Federation space. You will pull back to the Organian neutral zone, and do so immediately. Agreed. Vessels of war are not allowed in Federation space. You will pull back to the Organian neutral zone, and do so immediately. Agreed. Vessels of war are not allowed in Federation space. You will pull back to the Organian neutral zone, and do so immediately. Agreed.
Arming weapons.
I never expected such cowardice from you, Kirk.
Disarming weapon.
I'm reloading because we weren't supposed to. Oh my god.
Orders are to proceed to the Digifal system.
Captain, a Klingon...
Open hailing frequencies.
I am Commander Taraz of...
I think we can take care of ourselves, Taraz. You are in direct violation of...
If we are not allowed to capture...
Agreed.
Nothing to report, Captain. Entering standard orbit.
Assemble a landing party. Unless we find this so-called criminal, we're going to war.
The planet returned.
Save new game. Replace previous game. There is a tall, slender, dark-haired man looking intently at you. One Starfleet issue science tricorder assigned.
Nothing to report, Captain. I am picking up strange energy readings from the alien. Perhaps Dr. McCoy could provide better data. Nothing to report.
He appears human. All life signs are normal, but I'm getting strange energy readings near the base of the pituitary gland.
The humanoid's adornments appear similar to those worn by leaders of Earth's early 20th century inhabitants of the South American continent.
What do you know about Earth culture? He looks like an ancient Aztec. Jim, that man is dressed in ancient Aztec clothing.
I believe you are mistaken, Doctor. His clothing bears a distinct resemblance to fashions of a much later period.
I'm just a security officer, sir.
He doesn't seem to be in a talkative mood right now. He doesn't seem to be in...
Greetings, my children. I can barely imagine that you have come so far.
I am Captain James T. Kirk of the Starship Enterprise. Did you know the Klingons are looking for you? I'm Captain James T. Kirk of the Starship Enterprise. We're not your children, and we don't appreciate this wild goose. I am Captain James T. Kirk of the Starship Enterprise. Did you know the Klingons are looking for you?
The Klingons? Amazing. This is the first time one of my missions has produced results so swiftly.
Listen, mister. Any missions conducted within Klingon space fully jeopardize the peace. Damn right the results were swift. The Klingons have been raiding colonies looking for you. Listen, mister. Any missions conducted with...
Jeopardize the peace? Hardly. Peace is what I preach. I am Quetzalcoatl, as you well know from the proud history of your world.
Quetzalcoatl? How fitting you would name yourself after one of the most bloody-handed gods in Earth's history.
Bloody-handed? My people love peace.
Your followers regularly sacrificed other believers to you after you left, offering you their still-beating hearts. Ha! You mean your followers loved pieces? They slaughtered other believers hoping you'd... Your followers regularly sacrificed other believers to you after you left, offering you their still-beating hearts.
Impossible. You must be lying.
And then your followers were destroyed, because when white men arrived on that continent, they were believed to be you in your promised return. Your people perverted your teachings, then were destroyed by it.
Foul, lying creatures! My gift was wasted upon you! Be gone!
Uh-oh.
We are not the inheritors of the noble Aztec world. What you have said has greatly disturbed me. You should not lie so. You shall remain here until you have learned the error of angering Quetzalcoatl.
He doesn't seem to be in a talkative mood right now.
Those vines would be useful to escape, if we could reach them.
Do I look like Houdini to you? I'm afraid you're going to have to pull the rabbit out of the hat on this one.
No enemies in sight, but supplies could be a problem if we don't get out.
I'm picking up residual energy readings from the area where the alien's projection was.
The Phoenix, hello, sir. Here's the phone, I don't know about that.
The vine is attached to a tree above you. The vine will not support you.
There is nothing at the moment for me to do there.
Yeah, good. Well, I don't know what I'm supposed to do here, which has been the case in the whole game. Medical tricorder, Mr. Dr. McCoy. No, not faces. Medical tricorder.
It's a damn snake. Do you know what snake bite does? It can ruin your whole day.
We are not likely to find a way out of this pit with humor, Doctor. I suggest you concentrate your efforts to the problem at hand.
Do they always argue like this, Captain?
Well, yes.
Oh, I've just spotted it's a chain there or something.
There is a light suspended from above by a chain.
Nothing to report, Captain. Nothing to report. It is logical that an entity that professes to teach peace would render our phasers inoperative.
Yeah. Well, that's marvelous.
I fail to see... There is not enough support. I'm picking up residual energy read.
What the hell am I
There is not enough
supposed to do
support,
here?
Captain.
Guessing we can't go anywhere. No.
You fail to obtain. You fail to obtain. You fail to obtain. You fail to obtain anything. You fail to obtain.
It is logical that an...
The vine will not support.
There is nothing at the moment.
The vine will not support you.
Those vines would be useful to escape, if we could reach them.
You pick up some rocks from the pile.
Okay.
You already have rock.
We have rocks.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
The snake has gone back into the...
I've got the snake.
Nothing happens.
This isn't very logical, but as you are human, it is quite understandable.
Nothing happens.
This isn't very logical.
Nothing happens.
What am I supposed to do now?
You already have rock. You already have rocks.
No, I've got a snake on the rocks. What's it supposed to do with this bloody snake?
Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
This isn't very logical.
Nothing happens. You fail to obtain. The vine is attached to a tree above. The vine is not with. You fail to obtain. You fail to obtain anything. Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
There's not really many things I can
Nothing
click on.
happens. Nothing happens.
This isn't very logical.
I know. And I can't move. There's nowhere else to move to apart from there and there. And all I can click on is the light and these two vines. And
You already have rock.
There is not enough support. I'm picking up residual. I'm picking up.
Nothing happens.
there was something to do
Nothing
with the
happens.
snake, but I just don't know what.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Those vines would be useful to escape if we could reach them.
Do I look like Houdini to you?
No enemies in sight. No enemies in sight, but supplies could be a problem if we don't get out.
Any ideas, Mr. Phoenix?
Nothing to report, Captain. I'm picking up residual.
Something to do with the snake. Unless there's something else we can pick up on the floor here there.
You fail to obtain anything. You fail to obtain.
I may have to consult a guide here because I'm a bit stumped. Something to do with a snake. Because we had to put the rock down to block the hole to stop the snake with Gibb to pick the snake up. So it's something to do with the snake, I just don't know. What? Cheers. Oh, thank you, Phoenix. Let me just give you the obligatory sound effect. Anything out from the snake? Possibly. That puts us at 98%. 294,164. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 6,000 away. Unless we're going to split it into 2 trial tunes. There is one thing we can do. We can rock.
Fascinating. It did appear to knock the mine down near to the point where one of us can reach it.
Didn't they have baseball on Vulcan? Show us your fastball, Jim.
Baseball? No one plays that anymore. Good try, though, sir.
The vine will not support you.
The probability of getting the vine on the second try was only 36.53%. Well done, Captain.
Probability? That was a perfect pitch if I ever saw one.
All right, we're on our way.
It wasn't anything with the snake then in the end. Snake was a red herring. Oh, are we gonna get everybody up? Oh, come on. We're gonna video them. Tricorder, so we can scan.
Nothing to report, Captain. Nothing to report. Nothing to report, Captain. I am reading a life form to the west. It appears to be humanoid.
You fail to obtain... You fail to obtain...
I am Tolokzak, priest of Quetzalcoatl. Only one who knows his ways may approach his holy ground.
Perhaps our host will be more reasonable now. I recommend trying to locate him, Captain.
Did you ever get the feeling that people don't like you?
He doesn't seem to be in a talkative mood right now.
Nice planet. I kind of like it.
I will not listen to you.
Another way to go, I wonder.
Fascinating. These lights are actually swarms of bioluminescent insects. I wonder how they are controlled. Fascinating. These
else? Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, is there an alternative? Can we go that way? Oh, maybe there was a... Maybe this can go that way? No? No, doesn't appear to be another way to go.
I am Tolokzak. Indeed, you know the ways of Quetzalcoatl, but only a man of courage, one who will shed blood, will pass. Indeed, you know the ways of Quetzalcoatl.
Well, does anyone have any suggestions?
That's what Snake was for.
Great Tlaxax, I do not understand. Quetzalcoatl says his is the way of peace, yet you wish blood to be shed. It is urgent that we speak to Quetzalcoatl. His life may depend on it. Please stand aside and let us pass. Great Tlaxax, I do not understand. Quetzalcoatl says his is the way of peace, yet you...
Nonetheless, that is what must be done. Only men of courage are allowed into his presence.
Well, does anyone have... Great Tlaxax, It is urgent that we speak...
None can threaten the great Quetzalcoatl. You lie! Truly, you do not serve the Serpent God. You may not pass.
Okay, that was the wrong option. Now I cannot talk to him. So I think that was the wrong option, wasn't it? I might have to reload.
Greeting.
I am Captain James T. Kirk of the Starship Enterprise.
The Klingons?
Listen, mister. Any missions conducted with...
Jeopardize the peace?
Quetzalcoatl.
Bloody...
Your followers regularly sacrifice... And then your followers were...
Foul.
Just don't know what to do this time.
Here they are.
You pick up some rocks from the pile.
Those vines would be...
Do I look like Houdini to you?
No enemies in sight, but...
Nothing happens.
Fascinating.
Didn't they have baseball?
Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
The probability of getting the bomb...
Probability?
All right.
Might have to get them all up. Oh, there we go.
Staying in this overgrown region could prove quite dangerous. I failed to see the... Fascinating. Our communicators have apparently been rendered in...
I am Toloxac.
Yeah, we're gonna do. We're gonna save.
Save new game. Replace. Delete previous game. Replace.
I will not listen to your I will not listen to your Indeed, you know the ways of Quetzalcoatl, but only a man of courage, one who will shed blood, will pass.
Well, does anyone have any suggestions? Great Tlaxax. It is... Well, does anyone have...
I do not understand your words, but it does not matter. You may not pass until blood is shed.
Well, does anyone have... Great Sluxax, I do not understand.
Nonetheless, that is what must be done. Only men of courage are allowed into his presence.
Can we use the snake on himself, maybe?
Self-sacrifice is the noblest quality of humanity. You may go. Beware the monster in the water. You may have my knife to defend yourself.
Doesn't sound good, does it?
You pick up the beautifully crafted knife.
Small colonies of bioluminescent...
You fail to obtain... You fail to obtain...
Nothing to report, Captain.
The tricorder registers a life form, a large marine creature lurking just below the surface of the water. The tricorder registers a life form, a large marine...
It's some kind of squid, and it doesn't look very friendly.
Nothing happens.
Due to the small size of the knife, I doubt it would harm such a large creature.
Nothing to report, Captain.
The tricorder registers a life...
Don't understand. Oh, okay. No, don't go.
There is nothing at the moment for me to... There is nothing at the moment for me to...
Give him walk on the...
The snake disappears beneath the surface of...
Feels like that was a mistake there, right?
Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
I fail to see...
Don't get it.
Captain, it would not be wise to cross while the creature is near.
Captain, perhaps I should try to cross first.
This plant has a rather thick stem and prickly... The plant is tough.
There's nothing there required. There's nothing there.
It appears that the leaves are slightly toxic. I would not recommend touching it for an extended amount of time, Captain. It would appear that the plant secretes a chemical that is a natural repellent to the creature. It has retreated far downstream, Captain.
It is a large cluster of crystals.
This appears to be a formation of raw dilithium crystals, Captain.
You will need something to pry it. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. You have one dilithium crystal in raw form.
This illogical action would only dull the knife. I would suggest we continue on, Captain. It would not be logical to endanger ourselves by remaining here.
I watched as you worked through the problems I set in your path. You are a valiant, intelligent species. Please sit down. We have much to discuss.
I've had it up to here with so-called superior beings terrorizing my crew because we're so primitive. Maybe you should see how primitive you are before you go around testing others. One thing first, if you're so peaceful, how come the Aztecs were so violent and aggressive? Yes, I guess we do. Go on. One thing first, if you're so peaceful, how come...
I tried to teach them the concept of self-sacrifice. It would appear they did not completely understand my teachings. You are clearly not the liars I thought you to be. Were you telling me the truth about my disciples? That they became ruthless savages?
The Federation is not in the business of lying, mister. Absolutely. Your best intentions were changed by the imperfect humans that you left in charge after you departed. Such is the way of our race, I'm afraid. You messed up in a big way. Perhaps you should try following the Prime Directive. It changed our lives. Absolutely. Your best intentions were changed by the...
I sense truth in this. Perhaps this is what happened to my children on the Klingon world of Rakur, which would explain why they are searching for me. I have clearly abused the power that was given me long ago.
You show great wisdom, sir, but your statement implies that you wish to change your condition.
Indeed. If my mission of peace was overthrown, then I am no longer worthy of my power. Tell me, has your species made progress in the medical arts?
We're a technologically advanced starfaring race. What do you think? That we wouldn't have made progress in medicine? With Dr. McCoy, I sometimes wonder, but yes, I would say we have made considerable advances. Yes, why do you ask? With Dr. McCoy,
Then I shall ask to make use of your advances. At the top of my spine is a gland not found in your species. This is the seat of my power. I wish you to remove it, thereby making me immortal.
Jim, I'll try, but the physiology is completely alien.
You've got to do it, Bones. If the Klingons realize he's no longer a threat to them, perhaps we can avoid a war. Scotty, 5 to beam up.
That was a short level, wasn't it?
Captain, 3 Klingon heavy battle cruisers have just entered the system. Admiral Kenka is hailing us, sir.
Federation starship, this is Admiral Vlik Kenka of the Clearter. You harbor a criminal who has caused the destruction of the entire population of Rakkor. We are not prepared to negotiate. You will proceed to Rakkor, where a court of Cleon justice will be convened. If you refuse, we shall destroy you.
Admiral Vlicht, the criminal of whom you speak is in the middle of a very delicate medical procedure. He cannot be handed over to anyone at this time. I cannot believe Quetzalcoatl's mission to Rakur would cause the deaths of the entire planet. Since when do Klingons give orders to Federation officers, Admiral? I realize it's difficult for a Klingon. Admiral Vlicht, the criminal of whom you speak is in the middle of a very delicate medical procedure. He cannot be handed over to anyone at this time.
His attempt to corrupt the Empire with his philosophy led to the destruction of all life on Rakur.
How could a philosophy of peace and non-violence cause the destruction of all life on Rakur?
Rakur has been governed by my family for generations, but even they were corrupted by him. It was a matter of honor that his lies had to be silenced, no matter what the cost.
My God, you killed your own people just because they acquired a philosophy that you disagreed with? So you killed them, your own family. You were responsible for their deaths, not Quetzalcoatl. You murdered them. You're insane. Tell me, how much do your commanders know about what you did? Or do you need to kill Quetzalcoatl to hide your own deed? My God, you killed your own people just because they acquired a philosophy that you disagreed with? So you killed them, your own family. You were responsible for their deaths, not Quetzalcoatl.
It was that creature's fault. Had he not interfered in our affairs, the people of Rakur would be alive. Clearly, he is responsible.
Message from Starfleet Command.
I'll argue this with you later, Vlicht.
Contact your superiors, Kirk. You may be surprised.
I have bad news, Captain. The Organians have ruled that Quetzalcoatl's interference in Klingon affairs renders him subject to Klingon law. You are to turn your prisoner over to them at Rakur. Klingon law will permit you to observe or aid in his defense. But be very careful, Jim. Starfleet out.
Captain, you cannot turn him over to those butchers. That would be murder.
We have no choice, Scotty. I'm afraid Quetzalcoatl has a date with Klingon justice. Set course for Rakur, Mr. Chekhov. Captain's log. We have come to the ruined Klingon planet of Rakur to deliver our guest, the mythical entity Quetzalcoatl, to a Klingon court. Dr. McCoy, Mr. Spock, and Ensign Benny and I have been granted permission by the Organians to witness this trial, which I expect to be a travesty of any meaningful definition of justice. Spock, come with me. Mr. Scott, you have the con.
I'll just take a 2-part mission.
The prisoner and his witnesses will stand forth, so the trial may begin.
Save new game. Replace previous game.
So, Kirk, we finally meet. I had thought it would be in battle, but the universe holds many surprises.
There's nothing less appealing than a gloating Klingon, Vlicht. Let's get this trial underway. Stick around, Vlicht. Why does every Klingon tell me they expected to meet me in battle? You really have a one-track mind. There's nothing less appealing than a gloating Klingon, Vlicht. Let's get this trial underway. Stick around, Vlicht. There are more surprises awaiting you. There's nothing less appealing than...
So be it! This begins the trial of the entity Quetzalcoatl, who is charged with impersonating a Klingon, stirring dissent, encouraging cowardice, and treason in the highest degree.
Those are serious charges, Vlicht. Should he not be tried by a Klingon High Court?
He has not demonstrated honor, Kirk. Only a proven warrior may be tried in High Court. Principles of honor are not applicable to his defense.
I'm a warrior, Vlicht. I hereby intervene for him and demand the honors and responsibilities of a warrior's trial. Then this trial is a mockery for the... Oh, well, I'm afraid you're on your own, Quetzalcoatl. I'm a warrior, Vlicht. I hereby...
A Federation officer claiming the rights of a Klingon warrior. How dare you insult me, Kirk?
I've faced Klingons both in personal and ship-to-ship combat. Your own records will confirm this. If I'm not worthy of their honors, why didn't they kill me?
That oversight, Kirk, is easily rectified. You and your 3 companions may face the test that we set for the Defender. Then we shall see if you are as worthy as a Klingon.
I want your word of honor, Vlicht, that Quetzalcoatl will not be harmed while we take these tests.
Very well. You have my word. Captain Calarax, transport them to the test of life.
What is this place?
Not much is known about Hrakur, Ensign. This would appear to be some sort of a mining installation. That creature might be a native life form.
A test of courage? That is the Klingon way.
I somehow doubt that Vlicht intends for us to survive this, whatever the outcome. We're the only thing that stands between him and the killing of Quetzalcoatl that he can justify.
Why should he worry about justification, Captain? He's a Klingon. Murder is as natural to them as breathing.
That's not true, Ensign. However, I suspect that Vlicht's attack on Hrakur exceeded his orders. He needs Quetzalcoatl as a scapegoat, and he needs a fair trial to avoid an inquiry of his own actions.
And our deaths will be the only way he can get it. Great!
This creature is composed of electrical fields. I would not recommend approaching it. A metal projectile might disrupt its fields and render it harmless.
It does not register as a known life form.
Nothing to report.
You look but see nothing. A slightly antiquated...
An entry coder for the door, keyed to a number sequence. The tricorder is unable to determine the code, but can scan the mechanism. These wooden rods are support beams that were not placed.
Save new game. Replace previous... Nothing happens.
Is it on the road, man?
Nothing happens.
Captain, my instructor at the Academy always told me if you don't know what you're going to do with your phaser, you shouldn't draw it.
You burn one of the rods. No effect. No effect. No effect.
These wooden rods are support beams that were not... If you'll observe the position of the creature, Captain, I think you will find that it prevents access to the keypad.
Drops it as soon as he walks away. Okay.
There is nothing at the moment for me to... There is nothing at the moment for me to do. There is nothing at the moment for...
There's nothing else to pick up that I can see.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Gotta keep looking at cards and chipping them out.
Nothing happens. You burn one of the rocks. You burn one of the...
There was a vacant...
Oh, well, sir, we tried quite everything. Yeah, I mean, literally, this, the door panel... The door panel, which we can't get to because this creature's in the way. The door. And then these rods, which we can pick up and chuck at it. But it doesn't, it just absorbs it. It's literally... like a light thing there.
Nothing to report. This rock has a high iron content.
Rock has a high iron content. Oh.
I do not understand.
Okay, can we... the rod. That did nothing.
Ouch!
I just never go with the rod. So we can hit McCoy with it. We never end. I don't think we have to do anything with this. I have to pick something up from the floor.
You fail to obtain any...
No, we failed to obtain...
You fail to obtain...
And there's the floor. And what exactly did that do? Anything?
You fail to obtain... You fail to obtain...
That didn't appear to do anything, did it?
The floor is incomplete. Made of... These wooden rods are support...
No, we got stun and kill. Try kill.
You melt some of the rock.
Ah, we melted the rock.
The melted rock is cooling, but still remains in a molten state.
Okay, let's pick up a rod. Maybe put it in the molten rock? Maybe? Yeah.
You coat the rod with molten iron.
Ah.
It hardens quickly.
As I suspected, Captain, the creature is in stasis. It should awaken in 3.48 days.
I bet it'll be mad.
Captain, I would strongly recommend against disturbing the rod. It could result in awakening the creature, or possibly electrocuting you.
Sure.
We do not know the code. We do not know the code. An entry coder for the door, keyed to a number sequence. The tricorder is unable to determine the code, but can scan the mechanism. Nothing to report, Captain. Nothing to report. Nothing to report. I fail to see the lot. I fail to see the lot. We do not know the code, Captain. We do not know the code. I fail to see the logic in that action.
Okay, so how do we get the code? We got out.
A slightly antiquated Klingon lock mechanism. A slightly antiquated...
An entry coder for the door, keyed to a number sequence. The tricorder is unable to determine the code, but can scan the mechanism.
Any ideas what to do now, Errol?
We do not know the code.
Now I'm a bit stumped. We have no code.
I fail to see the... Nothing to report.
Is the door actually locked? Yes, it is locked.
Nothing to report, Captain. Nothing to report. Nothing to report. An entry coder for the door, keyed to a number sequence. The tricorder is unable to determine...
What am I supposed to do now? We get another one of these and pry the door open, maybe?
You coat the rod with molten iron. It hardens quickly. Nothing happens. No effect. No effect. No effect. Nothing happens.
Don't you remember the prime...
Jim, stop trying to shoot it. Jim, you should relax.
Violence will not solve our...
That's a phaser, not a flash.
I don't know what to do here. Sub-Zero, sir, hello. How are you doing? Why is that not working? You were last thing playing nothing, apparently. Apparently you weren't playing anything last time. Interesting. Emerald, if you're still there, have you got any idea what I'm supposed to do next? Tried doing Devil May Cry and Xbox is still. Oh no, did it not let you do it?
You fail to obtain.
You haven't got anything else on, have you? Just got literally just got the ride.
There's nothing there requiring a ship's doctor.
You look but see nothing. You look but see nothing. You look but see nothing. You look but see nothing.
Must
You
be a
look but
code
see nothing.
somewhere that I'm not seeing.
You melt some of the rock.
Violence will not solve.
You melt some of the rock.
Don't know what I'm supposed to do here. You rock some of the mountain. Okay, what else can we do? No, that's not.
Captain, there is a force field between us and the planet. We have your position at approximately 30 meters beneath the surface of Rakor, in what appears to be the ruins of an archaeological dig. Keep us informed. We'll help you all we can. We can analyze any data you gather through the main computer.
Uhura, prepare to receive a tricorder message. There is a door with an entry coder here. Try to analyze the circuits and let the main computer crack the code.
Scan complete. Main computer has the code. We also read an anomaly. Something else has tapped into the key code. Shall I analyze?
I want that door open. Affirmative, Uhura. I want that door open. Affirmative, Uhura.
Sir, we have a secondary code that is nested in the Klingon program. Computer is unable to analyze its function. Shall we broadcast it to you when you activate the keypad?
Affirmative. Negative. Transmit the door entry code. Affirmative.
Good luck, Captain.
Yeah, Mr. Spock. You open the door now with the code.
What is this place?
This is not Klingon technology, Captain.
Even I can see that, you pointy-eared freak.
Gentlemen, I suggest we start trying to find out what this is. I have a feeling we've come someplace Blick wasn't expecting us to go.
Tricorder.
Captain, it seems to be some sort of interface device, but I do not know how to activate it.
Crystals yet?
Nothing to report, Captain. Nothing to report, Captain.
Okay, why can't we?
The tricorder's recording functions are working, but it does not seem to be able to analyze.
No, it can't analyze the.
Nothing
Interesting.
to report,
Analyze the
Captain.
crystals. Okay.
Nothing to report.
Let me guess. We got one red one, one blue one. Is it going to be symbols following that pattern on the wall?
Nothing happens.
That combination is restricted to higher order functions. Neural interlink required.
Light knowledge. It was that symbol, okay.
Nothing to report, Captain. I suspect, Captain, that the machinery is activated by placing the gems in the proper slots. We should determine a system for this.
Not prime for neural interlink.
What does that mean? No, interlink. Okay, maybe it's a different sequence.
There is nothing at the moment for me to...
Try a different sequence. The way it's really blue.
Nothing happens.
Green, red. Feel free to shout out in the chat.
To use any light, the first crystal must correspond to the color of the light.
Okay. Is that... in it?
Not prime for neural...
Oh, hang on. We've got to take another green one. And then use that on the yellow thing.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Not prime for neural interlink.
What?
Nothing happens.
We tried red, green, blue, and we tried blue, green, red. So okay, maybe it's not green in the middle. Swap the red and the blue over, green and the blue over.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Force field blocks trans-system transport. Transport aborted. Use defense systems to eliminate alien vessels.
That's not good, is it?
Not prime for neural inter...
Check, that's not another room, is there? Okay, right. Let's swap the red and the blue around. Red in the middle. See what that does.
Breach of protocol. Alien invasion imminent. Internal security activated.
That's not good.
not prime for neural inter...
There is nothing at the moment for me to do there.
So, it must be the one we started off with was the right formations, this Neuralink thing.
That combination is restricted to higher order functions. Neural interlink required.
I suspect, Captain, that the machinery is activated by placing the gems in the proper slots. Nothing to report. Captain, it seems to be some sort of interface device, but I do not know how to activate it.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
I don't know how we activate this. Oh, what about putting all this? What would happen if we put all the same color in?
You fail to obtain...
This is Bialbi, High Mentalic of Rakur. For defense, use the light of war. For information, use my light. For transportation, use the light of travel. Sequences are keyed by combinations of crystals. Integrator now active. This is Bialbi, the most advanced life form on this world. Thank you for informing us of the situation. It shall be resolved. Admiral Vlicht, this is the defensive system of Rakur. You have engaged in genocidal activities on this world. Have you anything to say before your sentence is passed?
Kirk! This is your doing!
No, Admiral, it is not. But that will suffice as a final public statement. The sentence is banishment to you and all members of your crew who were involved in this action.
You have no right to try me!
I have as much right as you to conduct trials on this planet. You showed no justice to your
trialee, you became the trial.
The penalty for injustice is death.
All the way around.
Kirk!
Hoist on your own petard, eh, Vlicht? Do you want me to help you? You tried to send me to my death. Now you can rot as you get. If I have your word that Quetzalcoatl goes free, I'm willing to intervene to save you.
Agreed.
A life for a life is a just bargain, but his crimes are beyond count.
I do not see what can be served by more killing.
Idealism, an advanced concept. Naive, perhaps, but charming in its simplicity. Admiral Vlicht, the entity Quetzalcoatl shall be set free. If you ever return to this sector, the sentence shall be carried out. No Klingon vessel may ever return to this world.
Very well. I agree to your terms.
As for you, Captain, you may return. I find your social development most pleasing.
I fear that politics will make it impossible. Your planet is in Klingon space, but I don't understand why the Klingons never detected you.
Their archaeological digs did come close, Captain, but I am very elusive. I waited and monitored the situation and chose to reveal myself to you. Now you may go. Heed my warning, Vlicht. I shall not be merciful a second time.
Klingon ship leaving the area.
We will be setting course for Digifal. It's the closest thing to a home that Quetzalcoatl has.
It would appear everything worked out for the best.
Except for the people of Rakur, Mr. Spock. Except for the dead.
We have read your report on the problems at Rakur and evaluate your performance at
100%. Wow.
100%. You and your crew received 4 commendation points.
Same time we got 100%.
A perfect mission, Jim. You are a model for all Starfleet.
That old devil moon.
Message from Starfleet, sir.
On screen, Lieutenant.
The Enterprise will proceed to the Alpha Proxima system. While the indigenous race on Proxima 3 has not reached a technological level commensurate with entering the Federation, and therefore under the protection of the Prime Directive of non-interference, we do maintain a discrete monitoring satellite. It has picked up activity from an asteroid in an elliptical orbit. You are to investigate without interfering with life on the planet.
According to the library computer, the Alpha Proxima system has 5 planets and an asteroid belt. A large asteroid is heading towards the inner planets and should pass close by Proxima 3. It passes through the interior of the system once every 200 years. The people of Proxima 3 call it Scythe, the same name as their god of war.
God of War, Mr. Spock? Isn't that a bit surprising from a people whose technology matches 20th century Earth?
Considering the level of warfare during that century, I'm surprised that it is Earth that did not have a god of war. In any case, about a millennium ago, Proxima 3 suffered a globally devastating war.
Blew themselves back to the Stone Age, Mr. Spock?
Late Bronze Age, Ensign. They rebuilt their world in half the time it had taken to get there originally. But the Armageddon was mythologized as a battle between the Soths and Lucas. In that war, the planet was raised, and all the gods died except Scythe. He had rained fury down upon the world, then went off on a long dance of victory. His return is a time for worldwide soul-searching and atonement.
And Scythe returns and our monitoring station picks up activity.
It would seem that we should proceed to Alpha Proxima and scan Scythe.
And we will leave that for next week.
Save new game. Replace previous game. Save. Replace previous game.
Yeah, we are going to leave that till next week. Let me see what my screen today. Let's go over to here. That's the game now, actually.
Yes, quit the game.
Yes, quit the game. Let me just turn the old music up. That's better, isn't it? Yeah, so, as I mentioned, begin the stream plan. Oh, so that temperature thing, we don't need that anymore, do we? 13 degrees. Yeah. And that off. Well, yeah, as mentioned, I'm moving Friday's stream to tomorrow. Bring it to 4 days so I can tip on. Well, 2 things. I've got a family meal thing on Friday evening. Well, Friday afternoon, Friday tea time. And then Miss Phoenix is doing a Generation Zero Cooney stream, which I'm hoping to join in. So I've moved my Friday stream to tomorrow, which is going to be the return of Control. Now that we've got a system that, fingers crossed, will stream it without being laggy. We'll find that out tomorrow. From 7 o'clock tomorrow, we shall find out. And then we'll get back to this next week. I'm kind of thinking I'm half tempted to do. So I was talking about doing a retro week, and I'm half tempted to do that next week. The only thing is, if I'm starting Control tomorrow, so I want to wait 2 weeks before I go back to it. It's the question, isn't it? I don't know. I'll have a think about that, but definitely back tomorrow at 7 o'clock for some Control. And then probably next week is where I'm thinking about it. I might move Friday stream to Thursday as well, just for this weekend next week. But yeah, let's see who's on. Probably not many. We got two missions done, so there's 2 left. There's 7. So should be able to finish this game one more stream now, I would hope. Who was on? Oh, Toughness was on Due to not. Let's go there. Let's go there. Yeah, we're gonna go there. It's not a game I haven't played myself, but I have seen people like Rod and Zero like this stream it, so I'm aware of it. Yeah, we're gonna go there. That's not what I wanted. No. Yeah, don't forget to check out the, no, where's my info? Where's my there? That's the button I want. Don't forget to check out the Discord and the YouTubes. And the charity thing, I don't know what button I just hit there. And the charity thing that I'm doing as well. That's also on the Discord. It's travel on Discord. You wish to donate to it. And the Relic Records as well. We've been playing decent free music from a good friend, Mr. Brother Zero, my son behind like Records. What we've been playing, got all the streams. We're pretty much 100% Relic Records really. To the point where Rod was talking about giving me a stick ethic to put on my overlay to show us. But he hasn't done that yet. Yeah, we will be back tomorrow night for some Return of Control, which I'm looking forward to, and I'm hoping that it's gonna not be laggy and gonna be playable. It's gonna be interesting. So tomorrow night, Return of Control. Until then, we will see you all next time. Stay safe. May the awesome be with you. And good night.
That one. You know what? This will be the last titanium chest.